Namaste. Welcome to first year electronics classes. Today we will see the application part of semiconductor diode. Applications of semiconductor diode. There are different applications where PN junctions diodes, junction diodes are extensively used. I will give some applications here. Applications of PN junction diode. First application is rectification, rectifier. In rectifiers, diodes are used. Okay. Next, in logic gates, in digital circuits, logic gates are used. To construct logic gates, mainly diodes are used. Next, clippers and clampers, peak detectors, AM detectors, FM detectors, and so many. I can list out different applications. So, I am only picking the important applications of PN junction diode. First one, rectifier. Rectification is the process of conversion of alternating current into unidirectional voltage. Okay. So, simply we can say it is AC to DC converter rectification, AC to DC converter, direct current. Logic gates, to perform Boolean operations. Okay. About Boolean operations, next we will see in the digital electronics part. Clippers, clipping means cutting a portion of the waveform. Okay. Removing a portion in any waveform. That's the clipper. Clamper, increasing the peak value is increased. Peak value of an AC signal is changed. So, any peak value, it may be twice the value of the original peak. And peak detectors and AM detectors. Peak detectors are generally known as see here, AM detector is nothing but peak detectors to hold the peak values of incoming AC signal. AM detector, AM means amplitude modulator. Amplitude modulated carrier. See, the signal is incorporated into a carrier signal, and to regain the original signal, AM detectors are used. In FM detectors, FM detector is also an application of PN junction diode. Here the varactor diode is mainly used. FM detectors, it is a signal extraction from the frequency modulated carrier signal. Okay. And I can add few more examples. So, let us see about rectification, and rest all things are not included in your syllabus. See, actually in your original syllabus, clippers and clamper circuits are mainly included. So, in this time these two circuits are not included. So, that will be an advantage for this year's students. Okay, let us see about rectifier. An important application of PN junction diode. What is rectifier? Rectification. Before going to that, rectification is it is the process of rectification is the process, the manipulation, process of what? Process of AC. It is the process of conversion, convert ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, conversion of AC into unidirectional voltage or current. Both are right. It is the process of conversion of, the process of converting input AC signal, alternating current into unidirectional voltage. We can't get any 100% DC in rectification, just we can remove a portion, one of the half cycles in the AC input waveform. Okay. So, it is the process of conversion of AC into unidirectional voltage. And what is rectifier now? It is to do this, to do the rectification, we need an arrangement called circuit, electronic circuit, and that circuit is known as rectifier. So, rectifier is it is a device, which converts AC into unidirectional voltage. And here we can have one doubt here. There is a possibility of having a doubt here, that is, what is the difference between unidirectional voltage and DC? See, all DC signals are unidirectional, but all unidirectional voltages are not a pure DC, perfect DC signal. Okay. See, in unidirectional voltage, its amplitude, there may be fluctuations in the voltage, but in pure DC we won't have any fluctuations, there is no frequency. We will get a constant amount of DC signal in pure DC, but in unidirectional voltage there may be some ripples, there is some fluctuation in the output waveform. So, but both are both are unidirectional voltages. Okay. Next, need for rectification. Why we want rectifier circuit? Rectification ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈಯರೇ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ನೀಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈಯರ್ಸ್. ವೈ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈಯರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್? ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, ಸಿ, rectification can be done using the AC mains. ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಮೇಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು AC ಸಿಗ್ನಲನ್ನು, ಮೇಯ್ನನ್ನು, AC ಮೇನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ. ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಪವರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ generally we can use battery cells and batteries for the DC supply. Okay. DC ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ? ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಸ್ಟೆಡ್, ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಅದು ಖಾಲಿ ಆದರೆ ಒಂದು ನೀವು ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸನ್ನು ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡ್ರೈ ಆದರೆ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಲೆಬೋರಿಯಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್. So, expensive maintenance is required. Okay. Now, if there is a possibility of having a device where AC mains can be used to give input signal, to give as an input signal, and there may be a huge decrement in the economy, the cost will be highly reduced, and termly replacement is not required. Okay. Repeated replacement is not required. So, at that time we can use rectifiers or DC power supplies instead of these cells and batteries in old techniques. Okay. So, So, wherever we want, wherever we can't use cells and batteries, rectifiers, we can use these things or cells and batteries. But if we have an arrangement, if you have some areas, some applications where AC mains can be used, then we can use rectifiers rather than cells and batteries. Okay. So, that is the need for rectification. Here AC is converted into unidirectional voltage. Okay. And different types of rectifiers. There are different types of rectifiers. Mainly there are two. First one, half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. Half wave rectifier and second one, full wave rectifier. Okay. There are two types, half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. What is half wave rectifier? A rectifier that rectifies only one half cycle, that rectifies only one half cycle, rectifies only one half cycle of AC input signal. We have two half cycles, positive half cycle and negative half cycle. Okay. In half wave rectifier, we will get only one half cycle and one of the half cycle will be clipped off. So, such type of rectifiers are known as half wave rectifiers, and in full wave rectifier, both cycles are available at the output, both cycles are rectified, rectifies both the half cycles, both the half cycles. So, in full wave rectifier, it rectifies two cycles, both positive and negative half cycles. And there are two types of rectifiers in a full wave rectifier: center tapped full wave rectifier, and second type is bridge rectifier. Bridge rectifier. Center tapped full wave rectifier and bridge rectifiers are the two types of full wave rectifiers. Okay. The difference is in both are giving same type of outputs, but in the center tapped full wave rectifier we are using only two rectifiers, and in bridge rectifiers we are using 4 diodes. Sorry, center tapped full wave rectifier uses 2 diodes and bridge rectifier utilizes 4 diodes. That is the difference. Okay. So, let us see one by one of different types of rectifiers. Okay. Half wave rectifier, first type. Half wave rectifier. As I said earlier, this is a device which rectifies only positive half cycle of AC input signal. Okay. The device which rectifies only positive half cycle of AC input signal. So, input to the basic amplifier, rectifier is an AC signal, and at the output you will get an unidirectional voltage. Okay. See, circuit diagram of half wave rectifier is like this. An AC signal is taken 230 volt 50 hertz, and for that we are using one transformer, so a step down transformer is used. See, this is a symbol of transformer. VAC, V in or VAC, VAC input. This is transformer T, and this is step down transformer. Here a PN junction diode is used, and a series load resistor RL is used, where we get output voltage, Okay. So, this is the simple circuit of PN. This is diode D, and this is secondary of the transformer A, point B, this is B, point A, this is point B, and here a load current IDC, So, here V naught output is taken, unidirectional voltage. Okay. This circuit consists of a source of AC signal, which is 230 volt 50 hertz AC input signal, and this AC signal is stepped down using step down transformer. The AC input signal is applied to primary of the step down transformer. Okay. In step down transformer, voltage is decreased. If input is 230 volt, according to the number of turns in the secondary, output voltage is decreased. So, here you will not get a 230 volt AC signal, but frequency remains same. Frequency ಅಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ, step down voltage decrease ಆಗೋದು. So, 230 ಇಂದ ಇದನ್ನು maybe 12 volt according to turns ratio, according to number of turns, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಯಿಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೌಂಡ್ ಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ನೀವು ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಡೌನ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜನ್ನು ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಡೌನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರಲ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕಾಯಿಲ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಕಾಯಿಲ್. Number of turns in the primary coil is greater than number of turns secondary. So, if number of turns in secondary is less than number of turns in the primary, this is step down transformer. Okay. Now, this voltage is applied to the PN junction diode. Here P side is connected to the one end of secondary of the transformer, and the other end of PN junction diode is connected in series with the load resistance RL, and the other end of the transformer, secondary of the transformer, is connected to RL. Okay. Now, across RL we will get unidirectional voltage. This is circuit description. Okay. Circuit description. The circuit consists of a step down transformer, where primary is connected to AC source 230 volt 50 hertz, and secondary coil is connected to a PN junction diode, Okay. A load resistor RL is connected in series with diode D, where unidirectional output voltage is taken. Okay. This much you have to write in the circuit description. The circuit consists of a step down transformer where primary is connected to AC source, that is 230 volt 50 hertz, and secondary coil is connected to a PN junction diode. Okay. A load resistor RL is connected in series with diode D, where unidirectional output voltage is taken, right. Next, working of this circuit. See, in working we are going to analyze the circuit in two ways, in two steps, during positive half cycle and during negative half cycle. Okay. Now, this is obvious because an AC signal contains two half cycles, positive and negative half cycles. Okay. Take that two steps. During positive half cycle of AC input signal, during positive half cycle of AC input signal, during positive half cycle of AC input signal. Positive half cycle ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ 0 onwards you will get a set of positive values. In that you will get an increased positive value, reaches its maximum value, and finally decreases to original value. Okay. Yes, you will get a set of positive values, and this step down voltage also has this positive half cycle, but it is decreased voltage, peak voltage is decreased. So, what happens? The A is at positive potential during positive half cycle of AC input signal. A is at positive potential and B is at negative potential. A is at positive potential and B is at negative potential. So, diode D, if this is P side, it is connected to positive, this terminal acts as positive. Therefore, this diode D acts as short circuit because it is forward biased. Diode D is forward biased and it conducts. During forward bias, diode D conducts. A current, load current flows through RL. Okay. Therefore, you will get output voltage. If current flows through RL, you will get output voltage, and that current varies according to the AC input signal. You will get positive going current, positively varying current. So, you will get output signal during positive half cycle. Okay. Now, the points may be like this. During positive half cycle of AC input signal, point A, I am focusing on the secondary of the coil. There are two ends, I mentioned it as A and B. A is at positive potential, B is at negative potential. Okay. Now, diode D acts as forward biased, diode D is forward biased, acts as short circuit. Okay. Or diode D is forward biased and conducts, that much you have to write, and current, load current flows through RL. Okay. Therefore, we get output voltage across RL and it follows AC input signal. Okay. I will write like this. First point, during positive half cycle of AC input signal, point A in secondary coil, point A is at positive potential and point B is at negative potential. Okay. Potential is written. Second one, the diode D is forward biased, and conducts. Diode D is forward biased and conducts. And third point, okay, hence load current flows and we will get output voltage. Okay. And as shown in figure. That figure I have to draw in the last, I will draw in the last. Okay. So, we will get output voltage during positive half cycle, and that cycle follows the input AC signal, you will get unidirectional voltage. Next, during negative half cycle of AC input signal, during negative half cycle of AC input signal, during negative half cycle of AC input signal, negative half cycle ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, see during negative half cycle of AC input signal, now A is at negative potential and B is at positive potential. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಈ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೀಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ದರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಯ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. Okay, so that means this is at positive potential, this is at negative potential, that's all. So during negative half cycle, A is at negative potential, B is at positive potential. Therefore this diode D, P side is connected to negative, therefore this acts as reverse biased, and open circuit. In reverse bias, you know that it won't conduct, therefore there is no load current and no output voltage. Okay. So during negative half cycle, first point A is at negative potential, and point B is at positive potential, So second point, the diode D acts as, diode D is reverse biased and do not conduct, and the third point is, hence there is no load current, we get no output, we'll get zero output. So during positive half cycle we will get output voltage, and during negative half cycle we won't get any output. Okay. Now the input and output waveforms. The input and output waveforms are given below. The input and output waveforms. The input and output waveforms are given. This is input signal, plus Vm minus Vm, and here I will draw the output signal. Input, this is output signal. During positive half cycle we will get the output voltage, during negative half cycle 0, we will get output voltage and 0. Okay. D on, this is plus Vm 0, like this. Okay, these are the input and output waveforms. Okay. So this much you have to write, explain, and with the neat diagram explain the working of half wave rectifier. Okay, and this much you have to write. Okay. Now let us see about the some parameters used in the half rectifier output. See, here you will get unidirectional voltage. The direction is same, positive voltage flows in one direction, but there is variation, fluctuations. Okay. And see some parameters. What is its DC output voltage? Average value change ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಈಗ. First one, DC voltage VDC is equal to Vm divided by pi. The DC voltage obtained by the half wave rectifier is Vm divided by pi, where Vm is peak voltage of AC input signal. Vm is peak voltage at secondary coil. Okay, pi is 3.14, and DC current, direct current IDC is equal to Vm divided by pi into RL. Vm divided by pi into RL, that is the DC current. And third point is average value, can we write Vm by 2, average value of V average is equal to Vm by 2. Okay. And the I average or IRMS, sorry, this is average value and this is RMS value. Okay. IRMS, RMS value of Vrms is equal to Vm by 2, Vm by 2, and the RMS value of output current IRMS is Im by 2. Next, ripple factor, fourth point, ripple factor. What is ripple factor? Ripple factor is the ratio of the AC component to the DC component. It is the ratio of RMS value of AC component, the ratio of RMS value of AC signal to the RMS value of AC input signal to the average value of the output, to the average value of the output. Okay. And that is equal to ripple factor R is equal to square root of IRMS divided by I average whole square minus 1, whole square minus 1, and it is numerically equal to 1.21. Actually, ripple factor is a parameter that gives how much AC component present in the output of the rectifier. Actually, ಈ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ದಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮ್ ರಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ 1.21, ಅಂದರೆ ಎ ಸಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ವಿ ಡಿ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಆಯಿತು. ಎ ಸಿ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಡಿ ಸಿ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 1 ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಡಿನೋಮಿನೇಟರ್. In numerator AC ripples, RMS value of AC comes into picture, therefore AC component is more than DC component, ripple factor. Okay. Next, efficiency. Efficiency, fifth point, efficiency eta. Efficiency is the ratio of, it is the, what is the output required? A ratio of DC output power, ratio of DC output power to the AC input power, AC input power. So eta equal to for 40.6 divided by 1 plus RD by RL. This is the formula to calculate the eta value, 40.6 divided by 1 plus RD by RL, and RD is very much smaller than RL. RD is the internal resistance of the, or bulk resistance of the diode, which is very much less than RL. Therefore, we can neglect RD by RL factor, very less than 1. Therefore, eta, highest value of efficiency obtained by the half wave rectifier is only 40.6. So, any device is having a efficiency less than 50% is considered to be a poor device. the performance is very weak. So, it is less than 50%, it is 40.6 and nearly 41%. So, efficiency is very poor. The reason is you will get ripples here, highest ripples here. So, disturbance is more, you will get you will not get a pure DC if you use high quality filters. Okay. So, efficiency is poor. Okay. And the frequency of the ripples is F out is equal to F in. So, these are some parameters to decide the performance of a rectifier. Okay. DC output voltage is Vm by pi, DC current is Vm by pi into RL, and RMS value is Vm by 2 and IRMS is Im by 2. Ripple factor is 1.21 and efficiency eta equal to 40.6. Okay. So, this much you have to write, and in the next class we study about full wave rectifiers. Thank you very much.